This video is sponsored by Squarespace. It's Titan time. It's all led to this. You should have seen it coming. A Warlord Titan built from scratch. I think the best place to start is with the head. You need a good head on your shoulders, or, in the case of the Warlord Titan, a good head sticking off the front of your torso. There are a few variations I could base this on. The beta head, which looks pretty cool, but let me tell you this, I ain't having no beta Titan. This is gonna be the most alpha wait, they made an alpha head? Oh, no, I don't like that. Okay, let's go fully custom, Lone Wolf, Sigma pattern Titan. The foundation will be this mouse that has butterflied its last drag click. Oh, no wonder. Alright, crack it open for some armor panels, and we're done. Thank you for watching. The buttons make pretty decent cheek armor. For the eye socket shape, the top of the mouse is acceptable, but this bottom angle is even better. I split the bottom of the mouse and add it in under the sides. Now that the sockets are all set, it's time to think about the eyes. I could use these transformer eyes. No, I guess those are too small. Okay, how about this old metal tack? It has a good lens shape, and this heavy finishing or countersink washer makes a suitable frame. Now to frame that frame with more framing, I have these Mega Bloks claw things which I attach together into kind of a Cyclops visor. I think this is from the Mega Bloks equivalent of Bionicle. Let me know if I'm wrong. Now I struggle a bit figuring out how to add in more lenses. These rings on the rounded nuts are decent, but they end up getting the axe. Yes, even I make mistakes.
Squarespace!
By now I'm sure you've seen the masterpiece of a site which I easily made last time, but Squarespace isn't just a great place to set up a web store or sweet gallery, it's also the best place to get a domain name. Yeah, when I made this site, the domain was initially some randomly generated gibberish like Dear Turkey 1620. I need a real domain. Let's see if it's available. Hey, alright, great price too. But wait, I've got that discount code. Can I... It worked! 10% off! 10%! This could be you! Head to squarespace.com/scratchbashing to try out their site building tools for free. And if you sign up or purchase a domain, you'll get 10% off. I think the dome on this is a bit too narrow. I use these retro car kit fenders to bulk it out and start to add some interesting form. Okay, here we go. Finally getting this visor section sorted with pearl buttons as lenses and these little plastic bits from a razor. Let's test that. Yes, I love how angry it looks. With the visor in place, I position the central eye in what I hope is a cool and menacing pose. Oh, I finally got to go to the thrift store. Finally. But the selection was bad, so I left. I have no idea what this is, but look at those vents. Perfect for a quote-unquote mouth. Trim that and set it aside. Before I add the vent, I stick on these little transformer bits for more detail. Transformers are full of cool symmetrical parts like these, if you don't mind breaking them apart, that is, and I don't. I'm not doing a detailed cockpit interior, I don't think, sorry, so let's fill in the head with this leftover mouse chunk. Now the big mouth vent goes in under that. After spending a long time fiddling around with various layouts for the cheek armor, I realized that someone had snuck into my workshop and glued the vent on incorrectly, and it was blocking the panels. I had to eliminate it. There. Now the panels sit in nicely. I had to figure out the perfect angle and also how to attach them and maintain symmetry. It was going to be annoying, probably, but I had the idea to glue some twist ties on the back to make the panels somewhat posable. See? Once that was figured out and glued in place, I could return to the detailing. I gave the middle area a bit of asymmetry with this plastic chunk and a tiny speaker. more interesting transformer joint bits for the side eye details. I decided to give the vent a second chance now that it couldn't possibly interfere with the cheeks. Then I started to add more neat details from transformers. Again, the mirrored parts are just perfect for this. Eventually, this piece will have a big cable coming off of it, but that's for another time. With everything shaping up, I felt that there needed to be some top element to balance it out. I went for a Space Marine helmet style intake vent mohawk. This is the casing for a whiteout roller. I cut that down and broke it, and filed it, and fixed it, and then crammed in an interesting Megablocks piece. Yes, perfect. That looks perfect. A few more car model kit pieces as earmuffs. Then I decided to carve down these panels to give a more rounded edge. I'm still not 100% set on how these armor panels will be configured, but all I know is I can't possibly make it worse than the official Lucius head. I mean, look at that. That's got to be designed by whoever writes their NDAs. There were some areas that needed evening out and some gaps to be filled, so I busted out the classic Gorillaput stuff, made by combining green stuff and Milliput. I smushed that into all the gaps, sometimes even moving the piece entirely off camera. Once that cured, I sanded it and worked it down to be flush. There were a few spots that needed a touch of extra filling. Now the scariest part. Rivets. This isn't orcs, so I have to be precise. I have these, I think they're calipers. I got these, but I don't know how to use them, so you know what? Just wish me luck, okay? After the traumatizing endeavor was complete, I was pretty happy with this big ol' noggin. The only issue now is the greatly varied surface quality. It was time to try my hand at the veteran level armor texture technique that I learned from Night Shift. I have alluded to this in the past with the delicious fragrance of Tamiya putty from Japan, but this is the real deal. The putty is thinned with professional modeling cement and then stippled on with an old brush. Careful, careful, don't breathe this. Ah, bless the Omnisire, that actually looks kind of epic. Let's blast a quick prime layer on there and take a gander. Okay, tell me this isn't the greatest scratch-built Titan on the platform. It's also the biggest, for now at least. What do you think? Should I build more parts? What color scheme should I paint it? So many questions. Do a comment if you have the answer. Do a Patreon if you like what I do here and want to support the channel. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in the next epic build video.